Good morning, everyone! Happy Saturday, and welcome to the next edition of Pizzachan's podcast. Today, we will be having a very special guest, one of my favorite Cazie streamers ever, who has honored us, our little humble community, with her presence, and we're gonna find all about her today. Let me bring her on so you guys can say hello, okay? Cazie, you still there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in, Cazie.
Hello. Thank you.
So how are we doing today? Are we doing good?
Oh, Matt just brought me a coffee. It's in my black cat mug that looks like my cat, so I'm very excited about it.
Little Vampy. How is Vampy doing?
He's good. We're actually I have poison ivy. We're actually on the same medication for poison ivy because he doesn't get poison ivy, obviously, but he has an autoimmune issue that causes him to be on steroids constantly. So we're on the same steroids, which is kind of cool. We clink our medicine bottles before we take our meds in the morning.
Yeah, don't take that one for the cat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm so excited.
You have a very busy schedule.
Oh,
Yeah, so we'll jump right in with the first thing. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I have the questions all right here.
Okay.
So like you said, I am busy. Yes. Thankfully on the weekends it's a little bit better. But yeah. I'm a school librarian in 2 schools, and I'm currently setting up the book fair, the Scholastic Book Fair, in one of them. I don't know if you remember that.
Really? That's awesome.
Oh my God! Yeah. Did you go through the Scholastic Book Fair? Like, did you see it at all?
No.
Growing up, or? Oh my God! Okay, so it's basically the greatest thing in the world. It's where they bring a bunch of books and kids get to buy books and stuff, and I get to run it in one of my schools, and I'm so excited about it. I get to run it in one of my schools, so I've been really busy setting that up during the week. I'm also in grad school part-time. So I go to 2 classes a week, and then I am also streaming. I try to stream 3 days a week, but the poison ivy kicked my ass.
So that's like 3 jobs all in itself.
Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun time, but it's actually really fun. Even on days where I'm really overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't get to see my cat all day, I don't get to see my boyfriend all day, I get home and I'm like, I feel very lucky for the opportunities that I have. I love streaming. And I love getting to teach the kids that I get to teach and stuff. So I try to stay as positive as possible, even as I get tired. The steroids have been helping, though.
When you say you're teaching kids, what are the age groups are you teaching?
K through 5.
Wow.
So
wow, that's a lot.
I teach 24 classes a week. So I see every single kid in both the 2 schools that I teach in every week. So it's...
Do you have favorite kids?
Yeah, I can't say yes or no. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
No, I do. My favorite age group tends to be kindergarten, but I've been really enjoying teaching 4th and 5th grade lately because I can actually talk to them like they're humans rather than talking to them like they're kindergartners, which has been really nice. But
yes, I've been really enjoying it. Always wanted to do work with kids?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. It's great because I didn't realize that I didn't realize I had doubts about being a school librarian until I started being a school librarian. I was like, yeah, there's no doubts anymore. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So now I just know this is what I want to do, and I love it very much. But still finishing that grad degree for it still. So
I mean, it's all overwhelming right now, but you've got this goal in sight that you're going for. So that makes it 10 times better when you reach it. You're like, yes, exactly. I did it.
Exactly.
So I will be running and dragging my ass across the concrete for now, but later on I'll be like, ha 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 ha, I did
it. Exactly. But it's also worth it because this was really weird actually. So I was in class. I have 2 classes a week and they're in person, which is really nice. But I went into my class and someone started talking about how they work in a public library, and they said a town in they said the town that I work in, basically. And so we started talking, and they're literally the public librarian in the town that I work in, and I've been in contact with their coworker for a bit. about stuff. So I was like, whoa. It's just like, it's such a small thing because I go to school up in Boston and I work down in Rhode Island. So like, such a weird dynamic that I ended up meeting someone who works in there. But like, it's been really cool that like the experience that I get in grad school is like helping me a lot with all the stuff that I do in at work and stuff.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool that you get to do all that. I really want to go to Rhode Island one day.
Why?
Why? Just because.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great. I actively chose to get the hell out of there, and I now live in Massachusetts. It's okay. Like the oceans are really pretty. So
mostly for the aesthetic value.
Yeah, it's a cool state to go to because then when you go there and you're like, oh, I'm in the smallest state, and that's it. You're in the smallest state. There you go.
That and Maine,
that's really the only claim to fame.
Lighthouses and things like that. Sorry,
they do have cool lighthouses. Yeah. The thing about Rhode Island that I find weird is that like because it's such a small state, there are jokes that everyone in the state has with each other, which is bizarre. Like we have like inside jokes and stuff with the whole state. Like the Cardi's men is a joke, and they're like in Massachusetts as well. But we have so many weird things like that. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. But come here, you'll get to hear lots of cool jokes.
Yay! I like jokes. All right. So, what the heck was that? Zoe Squeak and the Duck, thank you for the host. So, tell me about your favorite books.
Oh, no. Okay.
You knew I was going to ask you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, when I was looking through this, I was like, I don't know. So... if I had to choose a favorite book, I would technically lean towards any YA book. But because I'm an elementary librarian, I've been like reading a lot more of like smaller books, so like books for kids and then books for like middle grade books. I'm obsessed with Pete the Cat. Do you know what Pete the Cat is?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was a pre-K teacher over the summer. And now as an elementary librarian, I have the largest obsession with him. He's basically like this small cat, and he's a book character. And he's a small cat, and he just sings about his shoes and about everything is okay, and everything's groovy, and everything's good. And it's the cutest thing in the world. And like Matt, because he's a pre-K teacher, he and I are both like unreasonably obsessed with Pete the Cat. Like Vampire's middle name is Pete, but it's basically just like this really cute book series, or not book series, but like, yeah, I guess series, with all sorts of different ages for it. They have like books for early reader books for like first and second graders, and they also have picture books for pre-K and kindergarten, and I am unreasonably obsessed. I have a Pete the Cat rug in one of my libraries, and I am obsessed. But that's like those. I enjoy like reading those books to my kids. But if I was looking for a book that I really like, I would say YA. And I've been listening to well, this one's actually technically a kid's book, middle grade kind of. But I've been listening to Coraline again, because my principal doesn't like us to have scary books in the library, but I am getting them into the library because kids need them, and kids love scary books. So I've been listening to that a lot, and I've also been like learning a lot of folk tales so I can tell them to the kids.
That's cool. And when you said Pete the Cat, I thought you said Pizza Cat. I was like, Pizza Cat.
Even better. No, not that.
Automatically,
sadly.
my brain goes to pizza. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. Thank you for the host. Wait, you're hosting me and I'm hosting you.
I was like, as I was talking, I was like, I need to figure out how I can host Lizzie really fast. Oh my god, but I can't multitask. So I was like, wait until I finish talking.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it off auto host. It makes me so mad.
I don't know.
But hey, we're not going to ask that right now.
We're not going to go into that right now.
All right. So I asked you about books. Games is next. Favorite games?
Nintendo. Also DBD. I've recently gotten really into DBD, and I was really horrified to learn that a lot of my 5th graders and 4th graders also play DBD.
Oh my god.
And so we can have talks about that, which is weird because it's a horror game. But like another reason why kids should be reading horror books, they enjoy them. Like there's books made that are scary books for their age group. Let them read it. But DBD and also like any
Valley?
Nintendo game. Oh yes,
That's
Stardew.
how I found you, Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So you have to mention it. Stardew. I haven't played Stardew in so long, but oh, I
And
love,
Animal
love, love
Crossing, I
Stardew.
think. Those were the two
Oh,
games
Animal
that you
Crossing as
played a
well.
lot
Yeah.
when I first
And
started watching
Zelda.
you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Animal Crossing. Oh, I miss Animal Crossing. I just found my Switch after a month of it missing.
Mm-hmm.
It was in my teacher bag in my car. Oops. So I
Well,
found
at least
it.
you found it.
I literally don't know where I put something down and it disappears from my brain. I'm trying to keep track of it, but I found it. It's good now. We can play it again.
I'm surprised that you could even function. I wouldn't be. I'd be drooling on the floor somewhere with all the
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I'm not. I'm barely functioning. Like that keeps me alive.
Okay, but yeah, about the horror. My favorite horror movie when I was 5 was Dawn of the Dead. So
You
I'm
watch
a
horror
strange
movies?
child.
I mean,
So
it makes sense that you would watch horror movies because you love horror things.
I love horror things.
So I love that. But if you have recommendations for anything horror for my young students, let me know because it's almost Halloween. They love this shit. Like, oh, sorry, can I swear?
Yes,
I
you
don't know.
may.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Feel comfortable, okay?
Okay. But like they love that sort of thing. So please, recommendations for horror things, please. I need to get more because I'm into like horror games and stuff a little bit, and I've just started getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know everything.
It all depends on what kind of horror you're looking for. I mean, I am an indie game junkie. I will find those $5 games and go, oh my god, this is the best thing since sliced bread. But it was like, yeah, Banana was talking about, I don't think that's kid-friendly, Nana. Autopsy of Jane Doe is a really good horror movie, but I don't recommend it for kids.
Okay, not for kids. Okay.
But it's really good. It's really good.
I want to get into some for myself as well because I used to not like horror up until very recently.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like getting really into it somehow, and I'm still a huge wimp. I am so scared, but like, yeah. Sorry, I'm also reading the chat. Scary stories to tell in the dark. I pulled that aside for my students. I found it in one of my libraries, so I pulled that aside, and I will be scaring the crap out of all my kids. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I started with Goosebumps when I was real young.
Goosebumps.
And the R.L. Stein, The Fear Streets. I used to read all of those. I was a junkie when I was a kid. When they started bringing those back out, I'm like, heck yeah! Because I'm all about horror, you know?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, anything that like can scare the kids a little bit, I'm a huge fan of. I know Holly Black. She wrote like the Spiderwick Chronicles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she writes some middle grade or some YA books as well that I've really loved. She is so good at writing horror for kids. Oh my goodness. She has a book called Doll Bones. Ooh. And I pulled it aside. I had 3 books, like 3 copies of it. And I was like, I'm going to read one myself. And all the kids saw it and they checked out every single copy. And I was like, damn it, now I don't get to read it. But I will find a way to read it. It looks so creepy. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I go through Steam like every day looking for new indie games to play, and it's like I'll play this one, and it's like that sucks. Oh, that sucks. It's taking longer and longer to get me scared. It's like no, I don't want to be desensitized.
You're just desensitized now. You can't get scared as easily.
There was only one game that actually made me sleep with my roommate in college because I was so scared, and that was Fatal Frame. I played it in the dark. Oh my god, I was so scared. I woke her up. I'm like, I'm gonna come sleep with you because I'm scared.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm good. Like I'm just starting to dabble into horror. Like Cabin in the Woods is still what I would consider scary, even though it's not a scary movie. Like it's a scary movie, but it's like that's the
kind of movie you don't like ghosts because I like The Conjuring.
No, I love ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, The Conjuring 1 and 2 are really really good. I haven't seen the 3rd one yet, but those are spooky ghost stories. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm trying to find more because like for myself as well as for my students. Because I want them to have like scary stuff
things like that. There's many renditions of Sleepy Hollow, so you'll probably find.
Yeah, when kids ask for something scary in the library, like it's pretty much a constant. They're like, I have something scary?" I always direct them to either Goosebumps or the Fables section because Fables are fucked up. Like,
yeah, they
you
are.
can find some fucked up shit in there. Like, if you like, Rumpelstiltskin is terrifying. Like, even that they get scared.
It's so bad. I don't even know.
Oh my goodness, the Taily Po, it's like a Native American legend. I've been the week before last week, I just told every single kid like in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades that story, and they were like scared shitless. They had a great time. Like it's great. I love being a librarian. I just get to scare kids. It's fun.
It's so fun. All right,
it's great.
Yeah. So what types of music are you into? Do you do the lo-fi kind of music?
Yes. I listen to a lot of like lo-fi music. I also listen to so there's been this artist that I've been listening to a lot. It's so you know The Witcher?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy who plays Yasser in The Witcher, I think that's how you say his name. He is in a band called The Amazing Devil, and I've been listening to them like on repeat constantly for the like because I have an hour drive to get to work every day. So I've been
Oh my God.
listening to them. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. I'm very busy. It's great. But oh my goodness, like he is just his name is I think Joey Beatty.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a band. Oh my God, they're so good. Like it's like almost musical where they like musicals where they'll like talk back to each other. Oh my God, they're so good. I highly recommend them. That's what I've been listening to a lot of, but like mostly I listen to like lo-fi without the lyrics because lyrics affect me and I can't focus. So like when I drive and stuff, I'll usually listen to stuff without words.
Yeah, I usually do that when I'm writing. I do the lo-fi or the ambient noises. Very good. Very good. Keeps you focused. All right, now we're going to hit into the hard-hitting questions. Are you ready?
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Are you ready? Why did you start streaming?
So, I have an answer that I always go back to. So when I started streaming twice, which sounds weird, but the first time I started streaming, I was getting big and famous because I was 14 or 15 and literally streaming from my laptop in my high school gym. Like I don't even know why that happened, but I was there. I was doing
your high school gym.
Yeah. Instead of doing gym class, I would sit on my laptop and stream for an hour. It was very weird. And I would play Daisy. That's what I played. But then I didn't stream again until I was like 19 or 20 when the pandemic first started, and I was put onto like that they couldn't keep me there. So I went on unemployment and just was like, wow, I have time for the first time in my life. Let me stream again. And I started like streaming regularly. And the reason I started streaming then was because I really, really, really wanted to be like one of those people online that I guess I wanted to like meet more people that were not straight in the LGBT community like me, things like that. Because when at that point, it was before like there was the huge rush in like really cozy streamers, really people like who were like that. Mm-hmm. And so I only knew like 2 or 3 streamers who were part of the LGBT community. And when you think of Twitch still, my brain still goes to like white man, which makes me kind of sad. So like I'm non-binary, I'm bi, I am very queer. Like it's a great time. But I'm like, I wanted to create a community like that. And that's something that I was able to do. No one in my, well, not no one, but like everyone in my community is very LGBTQIA plus accepting or part of the community and things like that. So that's something that I really wanted to create when I first started streaming, because it's kind of hard to, at least at the time when I first started streaming 2 years ago, it was really hard to find stuff like that. And now it's a lot easier, thank goodness. Like I would much rather that be the case and to be able to find people who are very nice and welcoming and accepting of everyone than it would be to like be unique and like be the only one like that and stuff. So I'm very happy that it's much better now. But that was why I first started streaming, because I was like, if there isn't anyone like that, maybe I could be that. But now there's so many people, so I'm really glad about that.
You're the first pioneers, though. You're one of
them. Oh yeah, that's me.
You're making that safe space for everybody to come and
exactly,
feel safe.
That's me.
But that's a huge deal, though. I mean, having a space where everybody can feel free to be whoever they want in your chat. I mean, unless they want to be a psychopath and go and lick bubble tape or whatever. But hey, no, I think it's admire important. That. That's one of the reasons I admire your community so much. How loving and open they are. Open. I guess. Sorry, my brain is not working. I worked really
no, but I'm still drinking my coffee. You're good. I guess like for Twitch, I feel like, especially now, it's so easy to be so jaded when new people come in because you don't know if they're a bot, like with the hate rates and stuff. You don't know what they like. You don't know if they're actually going to be a nice person, if they're going to be homophobic, if they're going to be racist. Like you don't know anything about it, so it's always a little bit scary when new people come in. So I've been like working really, really hard to keep my jadedness out of my voice when new people come in, because I'm like, I'm so excited to meet new people still.
But
I have that anxiety. I have that anxiety.
Yeah, I like
So, yeah,
your
I think
little
it's so
channel
hard.
point with the I am a human
Yes.
or whatever.
I
That's
found
so
that
cute.
from someone on Twitter. And I was like, please, can I do this too? And she was like, of course, go for it. So I was like, thank God, okay. Because like I think it's such a good way where I can talk for hours. I love talking. There's a reason I'm a teacher and a streamer. But there are like my community is a community that I really want to be lurker friendly and a place where people can just lurk. And it tends to be the case where most of the time people are lurking there and people are not talking a lot, which is so freaking fine. Like that's absolutely how I want it to be. I want people to feel safe there. So I don't want them to have to like type in the chat so I know they're not a bot. So I just said, there you go, click that. You don't have to say anything. You could just do that. And then bam, I know you're a real person and I can be extra welcoming to you instead of just being like jaded. So trying to find those ways to not be scared about new people.
Yeah, it's pretty scary in the streaming world right now.
Yeah.
We have to have all of these preventative measures going up, and you have to have your mods in there at all times. It's like, oh man, do I really want to go through this? And then you're like, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
I literally have I have a stream deck, and on my stream deck I have a hate raid and undo hate raid button.
Oh.
Which is so scary to me that I have that. I've never had to use it. I did test it on my last stream. I think my last stream. I don't know. Recently I tested it. But like I have it there in case I need it, but I'm still scared and it sucks that I might have to use it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The person I actually did a podcast with, my first episode, she got hate rated during
recently or
yeah, recently. She actually got like the other day, it was like 2 days ago she got hate rated. And it's like, why would you do that? That's just, it's like this terrifying, and I felt so bad for her. But she's got great mods, so.
Oh my goodness, that like, see, I was hate rated years ago, back when I first started streaming, like almost 2 years ago, before it was like a really big thing. And so I'm like, I don't even really remember a lot of it. I just remember they were like, it was less of a hate raid and more of like a spam, like trolls. But they were still saying like offensive shit in there, and they were like being super rude and gross. So I was like, now I'm just terrified of that, knowing how big it is now. I heard Twitch did find 2 of the people who were responsible, and I think they're trying to like. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, I didn't want to say it in case it was wrong, but yeah, I think they did that. So thank goodness that's happening.
Yeah, 2 of the bigger ones. I think they're suing them for a hell of a lot of money. And what was it? Hate crimes and some kind of harassment. So they're going to be hit with a hefty fine if they win. And I don't see why they wouldn't win. They have all of this evidence. So.
Right.
But it's such a shame that there's people out there that are doing this to good communities and good people.
Yeah. And it always astounds me that people are like, I mean, I guess it doesn't at this point, because like I've been a human for 23 years. Like I know I've seen a lot of people be awful to each other, but like it always is so weird to me that people want to cause other people harm and they want to make other people feel upset. Like, why would you want to do that?
I don't understand.
And so seeing all these hate raids that are happening and stuff, I'm just like, why? Why would you actively choose to bring a bunch of people to then say hurtful, disgusting things to other people? That just makes no sense to me. Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm absolutely horrified that is actually the case.
I actually turned off the random raids, so only people I know or people I follow can raid me, which actually is very limiting of meeting new people, and I love to meet new people.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Let anybody else in. So
exactly, like that's why I haven't turned that on yet. I'm so scared not to, though. Like I feel like I should turn that on, but it's so sad that limits then meeting new people, and that's why I stream. I like to meet new people on here.
Exactly.
So I'm like, why would I want to do that? Like it just kind of comes down to like a decision of, do I want to try to meet more awesome people, or do I want to protect the people that I currently have? And like, it's such a hard thing to do. You have
a pretty big community too. So it's like, I want to protect all of these people all at once. It's like, okay, how do I do this? But I want more people to come in, but it's like, nah, not right now.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, it took me a long time to figure out how to actually, like, remove people from my community, which sounds weird. Like, when people are being offensive or rude, I'm one of those people who's very much like, oh, I don't want them to feel hurt. But no, actually, fuck them. If they're making other people upset, get them the fuck out. Like, I will remove them now. And it took me a long time to get to that point. But I've like, it's kind of sad that I'm now more jaded than I was, but I'm definitely more jaded in ways that I think can make me more of an efficient streamer, I guess. But I don't know. That's just something that I think about a lot, is that, like, when we're talking about like new people and being jaded and everything, I'm definitely more jaded towards new people, and I'm more quick to remove new people and old people in the channel if they do something that is awful, I guess.
Right. You
Which, speaking of, that is like entirely
don't
a tangent.
hesitate to do that. I mean, if they're making somebody uncomfortable or you uncomfortable, just tell them right out.
Boundaries. I feel like I'm so busy. I don't have time to not have boundaries anymore. So I took the time to set some. And if people aren't going to follow them, then they can get out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next question. You're good at this.
That was a huge tangent.
When you started streaming, what was the most difficult thing to adapt
to? So we're going to talk about the second time I started streaming, because the first time doesn't count, because I streamed like once a month, maybe like 3 times in a year kind of thing. But I guess, like, when I first started streaming, the thing that was the hardest for me to adapt to was like talking to people, which sounds really sad and weird, but like, I'm a huge introvert. I love talking, but up until recently, I was a very quiet person. I did not talk to people. I did not speak to people. I was very quiet. And so when new people would come into my community, I would be like, oh my goodness, person. And I would get so excited about like meeting someone else and start to talk to them. And I would start like losing it, like, being all excited. And then if they did something they weren't supposed to do, I had to adjust to that. Like what I was saying earlier, where I had to adjust to them, like removing them. I had to get used to that. And that was so freaking hard to do. Like adjusting myself and the way I respected myself and the people that meant a lot to me. I had to build that respect for myself more. Like, I still remember the first time I banned someone. I was too scared to ban someone, and Alexia banned them for me. And I made her a mod then. And then the next day, I banned someone else, and I was like, wow, I feel so powerful and terrified. Like, it's so hard removing people, I guess. Like, and it's one of those things I still struggle with, but like, that was definitely the hardest thing to adjust to and to adapt to, was respecting myself and respecting, I guess, people in my community in a way that meant I was protecting them. So I had to like put myself into a position where I was messaging people in my Discord and being like, you need to get out. What you did is unacceptable. And where I was doing /ban, and that was really hard and really scary for me. So I think that was just a really difficult thing for me to do at first.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I'm non-confrontational. I probably shouldn't be streaming in the first place. But I had a lot of people telling me, you'd be a great streamer and you're going to stream horror. None of us like horror, because a lot of people I hung out with were cozy streamers. So it was like,
see, you make horror less scary. You make horror less scary. I can watch horror games when you play them.
Yeah, I have a lot of trouble playing horror games. Comfortable enough to watch the spooks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do, and that's something I love about your streams.
But yes, confrontation is something I have trouble with. So if somebody was being evil in chat, I would be like, no, I don't want to kick them out. They're not being that offensive. But now I have Banana DLC, who is probably one of my first mods, who is, even if I get a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit tone in my voice, I'm like, bam! It's like, oh, I didn't see what happened, but thank you.
That's how Julie's like, Julie Cross. Julie. I love Julie so much. She's one of my mods and also one of my best friends from real life.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. We've known each other since we were like 12. That's really nice. That like I've known her for that long. But I guess it's like it's so, she's one of those people, like, because she knows me so well, she will step forward and be like, now get the fuck out. What are you doing? Like, Cazie is uncomfortable. Stop.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's really important to have those mods and those people in your communities to help you when you are a little too nervous to do that.
Right. Yeah, Nana doesn't even think about it. He just goes,
Yeah.
bye. You're being offensive.
Respect
Go
for
away.
that, because that scares the shit out of me.
Alexia is also my mod. So she comes in and she's like, bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yeah,
bloop.
yeah, yeah.
She's, can we just talk about how organized she is? She drives me crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah. What? I can't be like, why can't I be like that?
I was like, I love your organization. She comes in and goes, okay, I'm going to help you set up the bot. And it's like 2 seconds and it's already done. I'm like, oh my god, I love you so much.
Yeah, like she even was doing that during one of my streams. She's like, oh, it's not working. Like, I'll work on it in a few minutes. Like, let's let it sit for a minute. And she like was messaging people behind the scenes on Discord for me to like figure it out. And I was like, oh my god, you, what the hell?
I love
like,
her. Can we pay our mods? I also saw this thing where you can actually send like donations to the streamers' mods.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I should get that for my channel just so we can pay Lexi Lou for working.
I saw that. I really want to set that up for my channel as well. I feel like it's one of those things.
I know
like,
a streamer, one of the bigger streamers that has it, so I know it's legit. So I might check it out and see what it's about. It's pretty cool. I got off topic again. I'm sorry.
Yep. Again, me too. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So yeah, the feeling that you need to reprimand or ban somebody in your chat is like that, and the age problem, especially both of us, we have. The
my god, yeah.
So
yeah, okay, like, that is really, really hard. It
gets on my nerves. It's like, please don't do this to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to ban you, but I have to.
No, I know. It's, oh my god, it's so fucking hard. Like, I had someone in my Discord and in my community who never said their age, but it's assumed if you are in the community, it's very, very obvious we are an 18 plus stream, an 18 plus community. Don't be in my community if you're not. When you turn 18, you're welcome to come back, but I don't feel comfortable with children being there because I teach children. I could legally be your teacher right now. Like, don't be here. So I had someone in the community who one day they just reached out to me and were like, hey, I felt bad. I've been here for a few years. I felt bad not telling you. I'm actually, and they said their age and they were a minor. And I like freaked out. I was like messaging my mods and stuff. I was like, I don't know how to communicate with this with them. They are aware. They know they crossed that boundary. What do we do? And like, they ended up helping me like send messages, and my mods are literally, they're the only reason I'm okay. But like, they helped me so much with getting this person to understand, like, it's not against you here, but what you did is a clear violation of our rules and expectations in our community. And as an 18 plus stream, this is not a safe place for you. Yeah. You need to, or we will remove you, kind of thing. And like, thankfully they understood it and everything, but it was just, that's so hard. Like, being an 18 plus stream is just worth it, but hard.
It is worth it, but very hard. Yeah. It's like, you always got to question. It's like, okay.
Yeah. It's just so difficult.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's a lot of hard things in streaming. Like playing a game and talking to chat at the same time.
Oh my god.
The chat. It's like, oh my, how do you balance this? It's like, I gotta have like my eyeball split like a gecko or something. It's like,
yeah, it's so hard. And when you do a stream with other people and you're talking and talking to chat and playing a game, no, I can't do it. There's a reason I don't really do like voice streams with other people anymore, because it's just, if I'm playing a game too, I can't do it. It's so hard.
I also have trouble streaming with other people because I am boomy. My voice will overpower everybody else's, especially the first podcast I did. The person was very smooth talking. It's like, I gotta lower my voice down, otherwise I'm gonna drown her out.
See, the way you are is what makes me love you. Okay, like, I love that you are loud. I love that you just have such an engaging energy, kind of thing. Aww. I like that. And that's the sort of thing that I really enjoy. Like, I enjoy talking to you and stuff because you have such like a nice energy about it. But yeah, no, I tend to talk over people as well. And so I'm always like, I don't want to like do that when I'm actually like playing with someone else. I tend to like try to step back. So I don't know. It's always so hard.
Yeah. That's why doing this podcast thing was like, I don't know if I should do this, but I've had a lot of people say, yeah, I can do it. I'm like, yay! I was so excited. I was like, I get to talk to Cazie, yay!
See, like, this is such a cool idea. I love this so much. Like, just getting to talk to other people, and I am very excited to see the other streamers that you choose to like ask
These
if
are
they
my
can join
top
and stuff.
tier
Like
favorite
it's so
streamers.
cool.
The people that come on immediately, I go to their stream because that's where I want to be. That's where I have the most fun, or if I feel the most cozy. So that's where I go immediately. And I was like, I wonder if Cazie would do it. And you did. I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait to do this because I love listening to you talk about everything. You're so fun.
I try.
Even though the work and everything is pushing down on you, you still have a great personality.
I haven't
like, yes, I'm gonna do this. I love it.
I haven't streamed in a week, but I will be streaming tomorrow.
Yes.
Whether I am dead on the stream or not, I will be streaming.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I'm so tired, but I want to stream.
Do I stream or do I just go to bed? Like,
so when I'm super tired, I always go back to the same like 3 games, so everybody knows when I'm tired because I only play those games.
Like when I play DBD, it's usually me being too tired to do anything else. I'm like, DBD just takes all my concentration. I can focus on this game. I am now streaming this game.
Yes, exactly. Okay. We did that question.
Tangents.
I'm sitting here marking this off so I keep myself track. So what are the future goals of your channel?
Yes. So, this one I sat at and like thought about a lot because I don't know. Like I know for me, I want to keep streaming. My goal is to eventually, when I'm no longer in grad school and I'm just teaching, to be able to stream maybe 4 days a week. And like in the summers, like stream full time kind of thing. I also see on here it says, are you interested in partner? No. I used to be, and I used to think,
Me either.
Yeah, I used to think if I could be a partner, I would make it. That is all I want. And now if I ever had the option, I don't think I would, because I'm currently looking at maybe streaming outside of Twitch as well, alongside this.
Like
alongside Twitch as well, like maybe or something.
Platform. Like Brian.
Yeah, I want to say it's called Alter.
I've heard of that.
It's really, really cool. So I've been like looking at stuff like that, and if you're a partner, you're stuck with Twitch, and I love Twitch very much. But I feel like there's so many other great platforms out there. There's so many other things you can do. And I feel like if I could find something like that, then I'd rather be able to go to both. Why would I make myself only exclusively in one? Maybe for the emotes. Maybe just for the emotes. I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's so many other things out there. So I feel like partner is a great thing if that's something you want to focus on, but it's not something that I used to want that, but now I don't. I don't think. It's not something that I'm interested in anymore.
Yeah, when I first started, I wanted to be a partner. Now I don't. One of the people I'm going to interview is a partner. And,
okay, cool.
And she's she has a pretty big following and everything. She actually does a no cam. It's Sarah Avium. She's
cool.
like the super horror stream. She horror streams everything. It's amazing. You'll have to check
I need to
her
watch more horror streamers.
But she has a great big community. She has great mods and everything, but she's like it's really not as amazing as she thought it was going to be. And she's like, the road to get there was so hard because you have to have that 75
ridiculous
viewers. It's like and
like the leap from affiliate, to partner is absurdly large. Make something in the middle. Just Twitch, make something in the middle. Make something at like 30 or 45 viewers or something. Like, please. But no, about like partner. I have a lot of friends who have recently made partner. From my old stream team, Misthaven, which is now Misbehaven. And they're all like, yeah, I thought the only reason I really wanted it was for the 70-50 split, and there is no such thing as the 70-50 split. I'm not going to talk about that because we can get in trouble for that.
That's a heated subject.
And we can also get in trouble for it. So I'm not going to. But
we're going to avoid those topics.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to step back from that. But that is like there are a lot of misconceptions about partner, I think. And
yeah, it's not a great deal.
Yeah.
It's not a great deal. So.
Yeah.
But anything else are you going to be adding to your channel? Like, are you going to do like craft streams or podcasting or anything like that?
I have recently started D&D in my personal life, and when I get more time,
I'm going to be so hyping around my dining room. You are.
It's so much fun. But when I get time and energy, I would love to do D&D streams. Like I've already done some streams where I'm like my last stream was me creating my character a little bit. Like
that's so
I
fun.
love doing that sort of thing. So if I could do like actual D&D streams, I would love to. I want to get into that sort of thing. However, that is in the very distant future because grad school and teaching and streaming already is a lot.
It is crazy a lot, right? And people are saying you just sit in front and play games. It's like, no, it's so much more than that,
bro. Okay.
Yeah, because you're sitting there, you're playing a game, you're focusing on chat, and you're like narrating. I narrate my games when I'm not streaming now. My husband's like, "What are you doing? Stop it!"
Me too. Like I'll be playing DVD with Matt, and I'll start like singing and stuff, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Can't turn off the streamer. Can't turn off the streamer."
Yeah, because you're filling that voided space.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's also weird because when you for me, I don't really know like the correct terminology. I'm neurodivergent. So a lot of what goes into streaming for me is masking. Even right now, I'm masking my facial expressions, even though like I'm looking at my camera as if I'm streaming. I'm literally making eye contact with it right now because I'm talking to my computer. So instantly when I'm in front of my computer, I mask. So it's very exhausting because my face does not usually make like a bunch of facial expressions. So when I stream, in the last 2 years, I taught myself masking a lot more. And so it's so weird because now when I'm not, like when I stream, it's exhausting because I'm masking all the time and I'm like doing all of that. And then when I'm playing games and stuff, it's now become like a thing where I mask as well. So it's so weird to me.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be able to stream because of my anxiety. It's like if one person says something bad to me, I'm gonna go cry in a corner for an hour. But,
yep.
Apparently I'm doing okay.
It's hard. People are mean on the internet. Why are people so mean?
Yeah, it's like the first couple of messages I got. It's like, why are you so freaking loud? Turn it down or shut up. It's like,
no, you are exactly how you are meant to be. No. People always say, sometimes people are like, oh, like, why are they so much about like other things? So like one of my friends has really bad ADHD and like they're like, oh, she's a lot. And I'm like, no, you're not enough. You're not enough. So they're not enough for you. No.
See that? See, this is why I love you.
Oh, thank you.
How balanced you are.
They're not enough.
I love it. Okay, so if you could give a piece of advice for somebody who's starting streaming, what would it be?
Yeah. I had all these questions. I prepared answers.
No,
they went out the window.
I just gave them to you, just in case you wanted to see them.
Yeah. No, so I'm everyone who comes into my community, if they ever ask this, I'm always like, well, first of all, I am a firm believer that everyone who wants to stream should try because I think it is so much fun. You will meet awesome people. It is worth it. Even with all the horrible things on there, like on Twitch and other things right now, I think everyone should try it. It's so fun. The biggest advice I have isn't even a schedule. Like that's probably the second. The first is to have people that you know come into your stream. So like when I first started streaming again, I was really nervous. Tribal has actually been around since the days of me streaming in my high school gymnasium.
Yay, hi, Tribal!
But like that's the sort of thing is like when I first started streaming again, back when like the pandemic first started, I got like Julie. I was like, please, I'm really scared. And I used to send like a Snapchat out to all my friends being like, please come hang out. I'm so scared. Get people to do that. Get people to come in and talk to you and hang out there with you and like fill up the chat if you're getting a little nervous and it starts getting you engaged more. So I always recommend if you're nervous about it, see if you can get a few friends to hang out in your chat and just chat with you for a bit.
That's a good advice.
Like that is something that helped me a lot with first getting into it. And like Tribal was always there. Thank you, Tribal. And things like that.
Way
like,
to support Tribal. You get
Doom has been here for a while. So like it's like there's so many people that I just like they helped me so much, but I also had a bunch of IRL friends join in as well, and that helped a lot as well. So that's what I always recommend.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I had a bunch of people following me before I started streaming. It's like, why are you even following me? I'm not gonna stream. It's like, just in case you do stream. I was like,
oh, that's so cute.
so I was already on my way to affiliate before I even was an affiliate. So I was like, oh my god. Like, the day I streamed is the day I turned affiliate. It's like, you guys, stop it. But I had this huge support group because I was already part of so many communities. So it's like, do I really deserve all of these great people?
Yes.
And the answer is yes, I do.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yes. But
I feel like a lot of people, when they first start streaming, like the imposter syndrome on Twitch, like, I do not know a single content creator who's actually like,
oh my god,
I deserve it.
That was loud.
That laugh.
Cazie, thank you for the raid. James, welcome on in. Hello, Holly. Hello, Metal. How are you guys? Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
What's going on, James? How was the rest of Sonic? Was it good? Yeah, go follow James. He is a sweet bean. So loud. Yes, it's loud. Yes, I'm so loud. Yes, I know I can't do anything about it. I'm just loud. But anyway, we're talking to Cazie today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My voice cracked there. Hello.
It's funny that I lean towards lots of cozy streamers when I'm not streaming. I like to hang out and just chill and have you guys in the background. Serial lurker. It's bad.
I mean, that's how I am. Like, whenever I'm in your streams, I'm usually lurking because I get really shy about, like, talking in chats and stuff, which sounds weird because I stream, but I get really shy, so I'll always just, like,
that's a common problem. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go and say hi to this person. I make this big entrance, and then I go, whoop, I drop off. I stop talking.
Exactly.
Yes, I do. I have 2 rats. I have Mr. Squeaks and 2 socks.
Those are the cutest names ever.
They're sleeping right now. They're upset because it's not as warm as usual in the house. But yeah. Oh my, what is with these earbuds? It's really pinching my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I wish I could use my other ones. I have these really fancy headphones, but as soon as I sync them, it shuts off my mic.
Oh no.
I don't know why.
Tech issues. We love that.
Yes, because if you're a streamer, you understand the quality of that. Oh my god.
A lot of people at my work and stuff expect me to be, like, super tech savvy. And I'm not bad at technology.
Oh good, I'm gonna come
but, like, because I'm a librarian, they're like, oh, you should know how to fix computers. And I'm like, no, I can't. I don't. I try. I can, like, usually, like, sometimes take computers apart, but please don't ask me to, like, no.
Okay, so you're a teacher. You love books. You like to read to kids. You're a streamer. You're a gamer. And you're a techie. Is there anything you can't do, ma'am?
So much. So much I can't do. Oh my goodness. Can't make a phone call to save my life.
Oh, what is it about that and anxiety, dude? I sit there and look at the phone. It's like, no, I don't want to do it. It gives me so much anxiety. I hate talking to phones.
Oh, they're so scary. Oh my god. I've gotten better at it. Oh my god, they're so fucking scary.
Can't you
Why
text
are
me
phones
like a
so
normal
scary?
person? Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
genuinely.
for the follow, Holly. Thank you very much. I'll send you pictures of my rats. Give me an excuse to send pictures.
You have literally the cutest rats. They're so cute.
They're brats. They're huge though. I didn't expect them to get so big. They're like little loafs. They're little rat loafs walking around the cage. I'm glad we have that big cage. We have a actual, like, chinchilla cage for them. It's like 2-tier.
Ooh.
And it hides in the corner, and they're like, I don't know. They also, like,
They deserve it.
Cardboard more than any other toy I've ever got them. So
Vampy loves cardboard. Like, it's so weird. Like, we have a bunch of we just moved in, obviously, so we have, like, a bunch of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just cut, like, holes in them for him to climb into the boxes, and he loves it. He has, like, 5 of them just around the house everywhere he goes. So he has little caves to go to. He loves it. It's so weird.
For you new guys coming in from the raid, Vampy is her cat.
Yes, Vampy's my kitty.
He's a very, very cute kitty. We love him very much for his sassy little smile.
He's perfect. He has an autoimmune issue. He has no fur. Yeah, perfect. But
Yeah,
He has an autoimmune issue, so there's no fur on some of his face, so
Mhm.
he is like a little bald baby, and he's so perfect. He is so adorable. I love him so much.
No, I took
And he's
that
been
off
getting
of there.
comfy and sleeping on my bed like on top of me
Oh,
at night. So he sleeps with us now, and I'm like losing my mind. I'm so excited.
oh. No, I took all of the redeems down because I didn't want people playing sounds while I was doing a podcast or things like that. So I didn't have to get up and end the podcast. So during podcast, I won't have any of my channel points things active except the normal ones.
Can I just say that is another thing about streaming that's very difficult?
Oh, the channel
the
points.
Stuff off stream. There are so many things off stream that you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just say, like, if you have channel points stuff that you want to change, you got to do that off stream. You got to change it. So like, there's never time. It's not just sitting in front of a camera talking to people.
Yeah, what
or
about
not in
that?
front of camera,
These people have these really extravagant overlays and all these cool effects.
Oh my
it's
god,
like,
yeah.
Dude, do you how do you not sleep? Is that it?
Yeah, right?
How do you do all of that?
Oh my god. I just set up a vamp cam for my cat when I stream when he's sitting next to me on occasion. He doesn't really like it in this room, but I put like his little tree right next to my desk and like right by an open window so he can sit there and relax. But it's like I felt so smart for having that set up with like a webcam and stuff. I was like, yes, look at me, a pro streamer over here. Like, no, it's a camera, but like there's so many things that people do that are just so much. How do you do it? How do you do it? What do you do in your spare time? Do you have spare time?
How do you do that and balance work at the same time? It's like I lose my mind. I lose my mind. You know, I get excited if I get like a channel point redeemed to work. It's like, yay!
Yeah, right. When something actually works,
people
it's
doing
like,
all
yes.
these cool like things rolling across their stream and stuff. Like,
oh my god, yeah. It took me like 6 months of regular streaming, and I almost said regular screaming. Regular streaming.
I do regular screaming actually.
Oh my god, I do that too, just off stream. But like, and looking it up to have like a goal instead of like the weird bar across the screen. It took me so long. 1 second, I'm gonna close the door of the office because my sister is outside too. Okay. And Matt is there. Can you close the door for me? Thank you. Just because
production team that does it for you. Maybe I need a production team, Travel. Maybe.
Exactly. Who wants to be part of my production team? I have no money to pay you because I'm a teacher.
Yeah. So
when
I started streaming, there was all of the etiquette things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had to actually go and look it up. It's like, oh my god, you can't do that. Oh my god, I did that. Oh my god. So
yeah, oh my goodness.
There should be like a little booklet that you get. These are the things you don't do. These are the things you can do. Okay? Like you don't go in your streams like, hey, come follow me, because that's just shit. You don't do that.
Right.
So, but
there are some things like
I didn't know when I first started. So it's like now it's like
It's always so weird to me because there's some people who like there's etiquette that's different for different people. So like some people will be like, absolutely you cannot use your own emotes in someone else's channel.
What?
Yeah. And then like there's different like etiquette ideas, and I'm always so confused. Like as someone who is not on the internet, unless I have a stream scheduled, then like I don't have time. I will not be on the internet. I barely have time to watch streams as it is. I'm mostly watching VODs. So like I didn't know that. And some people are like, that's gross, you're self-promoing. And I'm like, well, I just like my emotes. Can I not use them? And like most people are pretty okay with them.
How are you?
Hey!
I recognize them from it's like I recognize you. But yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. It's like, what? You can't, but pizza. Do you know how many pizza emotes I have?
Yeah. No, use them. No, it's a very small thing. Like some people don't do that, but like there's so many etiquette things that people have that are just like no one knows about them. That one is like a questionable one.
Go ahead, put your Discord in the chat. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
No, I was like, no, I'm not putting my Discord link in your chat. This is your chat. No, if you want it, y'all message it through Twitch, but I'm not going to send it in your chat.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, it's weird. There's a lot of like boundaries and stuff. It's always bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know how you balance all of that together, but we'll get into that.
I don't.
All that streaming and all of that. But
I don't. I literally haven't streamed all week because I couldn't. I was like the poison ivy plus like I had an essay and a presentation due, so and I'm also planning the book fair, so I was just like I'm losing it. I can't do it. So I just didn't.
So let me ask you something about streaming. Do you ever feel guilty for not streaming? When you're
every
you
day
said you're going to?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day. All the time. Constantly. Every day. Yeah, no, if I don't stream, even on days where I'm not supposed to stream and I watch a friend stream, I'm like, oh, I should be streaming. I'm like, why am I not streaming right now? Like, I'm sitting and relaxing. I should be streaming. Mm-hmm. Like, it is a constant. Part of it, I think, comes from like our society's culture of overworking ourselves. And if you're resting, you're being unproductive. You need to get off your ass and do stuff. Not true. But our society puts that huge emphasis on things. So when I'm not streaming, I'm like, I'm being lazy. I got to start streaming. And if I cancel streams, oh my goodness. Like on Monday and Tuesday, I canceled my streams because I was in so much pain from my poison ivy and I was writing essays and I was on steroids for my poison ivy. And so I was just like ill. I was miserable. So I would go home and pass the fuck out and try to do homework and just be like crying while doing the homework. TMI. Fun times. So
no,
I
that's
couldn't.
Fine. That's fine.
So I was like, and even though I was losing my mind, I was so sick, I still was like, I should have been streaming. So yes, guilt constantly, 24/7, all the time.
Okay, so I thought I was the only one that felt that. It's like, I feel like I should be doing this, but I'm not having a good head day. And it's not going to be 100% me. It's going to be something half-assed, and I don't think it's fair. But I don't want to. It's just so many things that
it's always. It's easy to say this. It's harder to like actually put it into practice, but it's always better to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Because like even Matt the other day when I was really sick from the poison ivy, I still went to work. And he was like, "You like," I said, "Well, I can't leave my kids. Like I have to go to work." And he was very much like, "If you are not taking care of yourself, how can you expect to be there for your students?" And I think that's something that I'm trying to implement more and more in my life in every aspect of my life because I overwork myself like crazy. It's fine. And so like with streaming, if you are not in an okay place, like you should not stream because not only is it going to suck for you and be really bad for you, and even if everyone is so supportive of you, you like it's not good for you. Don't promote that like idea of that unhealthy idea of just pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion constantly. It's not okay, and our society puts such an emphasis on that, and it's so upsetting.
Yeah, it took a while for me to. It's like self-care was just like something. It was like the in thing to do, and everybody was just like, but it's actually a thing that you should do.
Yeah, that's why I do not. Like I try my best. Like this is different. This isn't like a stream, but I do not stream on Saturdays. Like I don't sit down and stream on Saturdays because I want one weekend day where I can actually like kind of do something else where and try not to feel guilty for not streaming. I almost streamed yesterday, and this is what I mean by the unhealthy idea of like, yes, I feel guilty. I almost streamed writing my essay yesterday because I hadn't streamed for a week.
You should.
I was like,
those were actually
I should have.
Popular.
It would have been fun. But like, still, it would have been great. But like,
no,
that's
it's still not great for you yourself in general. But people actually like those weird writing.
Oh, they're so fun. Oh, I love those. Yeah.
But
it would have been so much fun.
The new thing I got is bullet journaling. I've been watching a bunch of bullet journals.
Yeah, those
are oh my god, this is so fun. But
I love bullet journaling stuff.
But yeah, the guilt is really, really. When I had COVID for like 18 days, when I started feeling better, I was like, I should stream. I can't get out of bed. I should stream, but I can't get out of bed.
Oh my god.
It was so bad.
If you can't get out of bed, don't stream. Take care of yourself.
It was
first.
So bad. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that kind of feels that way. Like you should be productive or do something, but it was healing.
Exactly. That is, you're being productive. Your body is resting and healing.
Yes,
your body does so much just to keep you in bed. Like let it rest. Let it do its thing without you fighting it. Right.
All right, I'm gonna call you out on this next part a little bit.
Oh Christ! Oh no.
So I know you write.
Yes, I do.
Would you tell me about what kind of genre you write and your most recent story, if any?
Yes. So I haven't been writing in a while because busy. But I love writing very much. It's actually on my Ko-fi. So I have two
Go
things
to her
on there so far.
Ko-fi. Go do it now.
Yeah. If you support me at all on there, you get access to both stories. I'm working on
little
posting
stickers
another
and
one.
things too, so go do
I
it.
do, yes. But if you just like donate once or whatever, or like buy me a coffee
All
once,
the
I love
smut?
that
No,
thing.
I write smut.
I would like to write smut. I think it could be fun.
It is
but I do
fun.
not.
It is just don't use the gross words, and it's really fun.
Exactly. Make it like tasteful smut.
Yes,
There you
tasteful.
go.
Exactly.
Tasteful.
That I want a T-shirt that says "I write tasteful smut" on the back of it, because
Exactly.
those
Oh my
other
God,
sometimes
yes.
you get into the ones like on Wattpad or whatever, and you're like, ugh! So it's like, please don't.
They're so bad.
They're so bad.
I still read them.
But
still read them.
But if you read them, it's but they promote so many bad things.
Oh my God, I know.
It's like,
why are you
promoting abusive relationships?
Oh my God,
and
yes,
consent
exactly.
and things like that. It's like, no, absolutely not.
No, it's not. No, yeah, exactly. That makes me so angry. Oh my goodness.
When I get on there, I turn into the Karen of writing. It's like, please stop promoting these things because it's disgusting. Anyway.
Me too, yes. And it's always so funny. Well, my name is actually Karen. Like my real full name is Karen. Like, yeah, my first name is Karen. Yeah, so I turned into a Karen.
Oh no! But you're a sweet
It's a fun
Karen.
time. I hate being Karen. Like, I hate that as my name. It doesn't feel like me, so I go by Cazie in my real life as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my name is Karen, so I'm like, fun. I get to become who I actually am. But yeah, I do write a lot of. When I was in a creative writing class in my undergrad, someone was like, "Oh, you write a lot of stuff about family dynamics. I really like that."
Ooh.
And so I guess I write a lot about family dynamics. I like magical realism a lot. I write a lot of short stories lately because the time.
Please
it makes it a lot
teach me,
easier to do time.
I have tried to write short stories for contests, and I can't make it under 10,000 words.
See, I can't make a story very long. Well, no, my brain just stops focusing on a story after a while. But no, like, I didn't think I could write short stories until I took this creative writing class, and it was all short story based. So I had to write short stories, and I had a great time. It was like, it's so much fun. So I think it can be really fun to write short stories. It's more difficult because you have to define everything into that.
See, that's my problem. I'm super wordy.
Thing, but I feel like the way I do it is I don't think of it as the whole story. I think of it as a piece of their life. So like, if you don't have every little detail fleshed out in the story, other people can like fill in the details a little bit. Like in so I have a story. It's my public one on my Ko-fi if anyone wants to see it. It's called The Hole in the Wall, and it's like kind of based on Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, where she follows this girl, Alice, follows her cat into a hole in the wall and ends up like in a bar kind of thing that's based loosely on like Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. And I really like that story. It's old, so there's typos. But it's like the reason I like that one so much is because there are details about their lives that I have that didn't end up in the story. Like they're just not there. And that's okay, because for me, they're real to me. And if they're not like in this, I don't even know how to explain it. Like if they're not in the story, that's okay. They're still real to me. I don't know. I'm just rambling now.
No.
I think it can be like, short stories can be really fun because it's more of a challenge to fit everything into that small.
Don't even talk about rambling, because when I get on subjects that I like, I'll just go on and on and on and on and on, and people are like, "Would you please shut up? Please shut up." Because I did Nano, the national novel writing for 4 years in a row.
Ooh, oh my God!
And I completed every time.
Oh my God!
That's when I was unemployed. I don't know if I can do it this year, but I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get onto an idea, I become possessed. My husband is like, I don't even want to bother you. I used to have a sign on top of my monitor that says working, not working, and I flip it back and forth.
I love that.
But I get so into it. I sit there and I'll sit in days off at the wall and like immediately start writing on whatever I have, like toilet paper, napkin, whatever I got in my hand. I'll just start writing on it. It's like I get weird and possessed. So rambling is what I'm best at.
See, I'm in the process of getting tested for ADHD. I mentioned this to you. I mentioned it a lot on my own Twitch as well. I focus on an idea very briefly and get like maybe a couple chapters in or like the outline a little bit in. Instantly, it's no longer interesting enough and something else takes its attention. So that's why short stories are really good for me, because they're small enough that I can write the whole thing. So that's something that I've really been like, why I really like short stories, I guess.
Yeah, I tried. I wrote a story. My brain just went blank. I can't even remember the name. Not your average fairy tale. It's on Wattpad.
Oh, cool.
Instead of having a knight coming to save a girl from a dragon, it's the dragon saving the girl from a knight. Because he kidnaps her and he wants a ransom or whatever. And she becomes friends with the dragon. But anyway, that is the shortest story I ever written. It was like 6,000 words.
Oh, that's a lot of words.
Do it for a contest. And it's like, nope, I didn't get anywhere with it. But it was the most grueling thing I ever had to do, to chop down my work that far.
Yep. It's so, like, chopping it down is something that can be so fucking difficult. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I completely get that.
I mean, writing 60,000, 70,000, 100,000, I can do that. That's no problem.
I can't do that.
But the little bitty blocks of info, it's like, nope, can't do it.
When you I don't know if you've tried to get like books published or anything, but when you eventually do, your editor, my undergrad is in publishing. Your editor is gonna either love it or hate it.
Exactly.
There is no in between. They will either love that you have to cut things down or hate it, because like most writers fall into one or the other, where you don't have enough or you have too much.
I'm the too much category.
I think too much is typically easier than having to add random shit here and there. So I think they'll like it more.
I'm actually writing a scene. I will write the same scene at least 3 times and pick the one I
love
like.
that though.
So it's like, okay, I could do it this way, or this way, and then I'll take this one in the middle. So, have you ever tried writing horror, Cazie? I think you'd be a good horror writer.
Yes, I have. A lot when I was younger. I feel like I could do okay at it. I really like telling. So I've recently gotten into storytelling, not like reading a book, but like getting up and like kind of acting it out for kids. And I've been doing a lot of like horror fairy folk tales for them. And I feel like I would love to rewrite those folk tales and make them extra scary. Like I feel like that could be so much fun. I think I would like writing horror. I think it could be really fun. I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I think I'd like to try it. That sounds cool. I've only written a few horror things, and I showed it to my dad, and he was like, "This is really fucked up." And I was like, yeah, you know it is. And I was like, yeah, okay, weird. Like, I don't think I'm that fucked up. Like, I don't think I'm that fucked up of a person. But he was like, where did you think of this? And I was like, I don't know. I just like thought of all the worst things in the world and just like put it together. And now it's like fucked up and creepy and scary. And he was like, yeah, cool. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I feel like I could do it. I don't know. One day.
Yep. So I did another one for a contest where it was actually a girl received a letter from herself from the future telling her not to go somewhere because she was going to die. Someone was going to try to kill her. And she kept repeating the same loop until she got it right and didn't get killed by the guy that was waiting for her. But it never went anywhere either.
Oh,
one day I'll win a contest. One day, friend. One day. But I like to write horror, but sometimes it comes off as like super cheesy. And I hate that.
That's always my big fear. I am like super self-conscious, especially about writing, because it's like my biggest passion. So I'm always like, I'm so scared to try writing something out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Okay.
But I feel like I would like to try it one day.
So what started you writing in the first place?
I don't know. I've literally been writing for as long as I can remember. I was one of those kids and still am one of those people where like I daydream a lot. So if I'm not looking at people, or if I'm like in class or something, I have to be taking notes, or else my brain is just like da 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 da, thinking about all these other like stories, and I create stories out of everything. I think it might kind of be like a coping mechanism for my anxiety.
Oh my god, I got another raid. That's so loud. I'm sorry. Hey, Macarta, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, pal. I love you very much. Guys, go follow Macarta. He's an amazing streamer. You're playing Slime Rancher. What the heck? Alright, weren't you playing DuckTales the last time I talked to you? That was weird. Super Switch game. But how are you, dear? You doing well? Yep. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot because I heard the Godzilla. Oh, what was I going to say now? You hear that static? That's my brain trying to connect.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. Oh god, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I don't even remember anymore either.
We were talking about writing.
Yes.
But what about writing?
I can't remember.
Fuck.
Oh my god, what is wrong with me? It's too much work. I'm sorry. I haven't actually worked in 8 years. And then last week, and I did like 4 days, but 5 days total. And it's like I forgot how to do this. So my brain is not connecting things.
Well, it's so hard to like readjust to that sort of thing. You're amazing.
I keep working hard. You're doing a really good job. Just trying to stay alive. So and now I'm just going back out there to be a normal person. It's like I don't want to do this.
I was unemployed for 8 months because of the pandemic, and then I got a job working in an animal hospital. For like, I worked there for like 2.5 months before I ended up working in schools. Thank God. And when I worked there, it was 10-hour days, 4 days a week, and you'd get one break, which is illegal. And oh my fucking God, going back to that and going straight into full time after being unemployed for 8 months, I was like, I am gonna die. How does anyone do this? Like, it's so difficult. So you are amazing. You are doing a really good job. It is hard.
It is hard, yeah. But thank you. I'm trying. It's hard to go back to the retail and the Karens after not doing it.
Yep. Oh my God.
But apparently the Karen told me that I was a pleasant person and I was a good attribute to the store because I was pleasant. I was like, did a Karen just give me a compliment? I was like, holy shit. All right.
Awesome.
That was after like 6 hours of standing on my feet, and I felt like I was getting grumpy, but apparently not.
I've had times where I used to be a barista, and when I was, oh my God, there are times where I just fully disassociated and just like was being a sassy bitch to most of the people that came in. But then other times I would just be in an okay mood, and people would be like, you're really nice. And I would be like, thank you, I try. I'm dying, but thank you.
It's like, yes, right now it feels like there's something stabbing me in the foot, but I'm okay.
Exactly. Retail, we love it. Customer service, amazing.
That's what I was going to ask you. Have you ever tried Nano?
I wanted to, because so my life has been like a little bit weird scheduling wise. So in the first fall, after I graduated high school, while all my other friends were going to college, I had the semester off because my school like did a delayed admission thing. So I had the semester off. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I was working as a barista full time, and like I just ended up not doing it. But I really wanted to.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I don't breathe correctly, so I get the hiccups often.
But yeah, so I never tried it, but it seems so overwhelming. Like, I think short stories are where I tend to lie. I'd love to write long stories, but I've never actually, I think I've finished one actual story before, so.
My first Nano was very overwhelming because I didn't know exactly what I was in for. I knew I had to write 50,000 words in 30 days.
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it. So I looked online to see if there was templates or whatever, and I did a template, but I wrote down everything. I had this like gigantic notebook of a binder of everything I was going to do. And
I love binders. So I'm a Virgo. I love binders.
You have to actually write 1,600 words a day to make it. So I wasn't actually meeting that goal, and I was like, how am I going to do this? And I barely made it. 50,000 by the end. Barely.
But that's incredible that you did. My longest story is like 37,000 words. Like, couldn't do it. Could not do it.
My second story, however, worked a lot better because I put everything in bulleted form. So I want this to happen, that to happen, this to happen, that happen. Everything was so well organized, and I want 10 times better. But my last one, I finished almost a week and a half before the end of the month. I was like, yes!
Whoa! Holy shit! That's incredible.
It was 50,000 words. I was like, yes. My first day, I did 4,000 words straight out of the gate.
My
I was like,
God.
holy shit!
Jesus, what are you? How do you do this?
Are you
one of those people who outruns?
So if you can't get the chance, do try it. I mean, it's a lot.
I might,
but it's so fun.
Well, not this year. I can't do it this year.
I mean,
I know that.
Can't. I know, obviously.
Maybe in 2 years, like, once I graduated.
80,000 things all at once. But if you get the chance, do it. But yeah, I like to write horror, apocalyptic.
Oh, I love horror.
Steampunk.
Ooh.
I read a book recently about a story about a plague doctor in a hospital treating magical creatures. So good. So freaking good.
Ooh, that sounds
Can't remember the name of the book though. I saw it out here somewhere. I have so many books. It's like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's true. I usually write
so many.
Romance or supernatural romance. So that's the usually field that's easiest for me to write. And the way I write is I kind of do the inner monologue of the person throughout the story. I write in first person. I don't know where this came from, but I just keep writing that way, and it's like, this is really good. This must be my style.
It works. It works.
Do you
for
write
me?
first
I
or third
think I
person?
tend to focus on like family dynamics. I feel like because that's. I like things with supernatural elements to them, but I've recently been like really focusing on family dynamics and the interactions between families. And when I can find a story that mixes both family dynamics and like supernatural shit, I'm like, yes, that is it. And like I have my story, it's called The Witch. That one is like my all-time favorite story that I've ever written. And it like the thing I like about it so much is that it is about family dynamic. It's about a girl who's a little kid whose parents are kind of going through a divorce, like they've kind of just separated, and she's really struggling with it. And he doesn't live in where she does anymore. And so like her parents are like not doing well, and she meets a witch one day after like her mom is like doesn't have a chance to pick her up from work, so she's walking home and she meets a witch, and she's like, the witch is like a super nice witch and kind of teaches her lots of different things about how to kind of cope with the fact that her parents are getting a divorce. And like I included lots of like little magical things in there, and it's so fun for me to write. I don't know why. And I remember writing it and just grinning the whole time. This was back in undergrad, but I was like cool. Just grinning the whole time.
Really, I love when you get a story and you get so into it and you want to gush about it to somebody and they're looking at you like, I don't want to hear this again.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for my one friend. She's like, let's go out to breakfast and you can talk about your stories. I was like, you're tired and don't want to say anything, don't you? That's why you're inviting me, because you don't want to sit there and go back for like 2 hours. Because my newest story is about a girl. It's during the pandemic, and she is an audiobook narrator. She narrates for audiobooks.
Ooh.
So she just does that while she's at home, and she always felt there was something wrong with her apartment, but she just didn't know what. And one day when she's at home, she drops her phone on the floor, and something underneath her bed hands it back, like a weird supernatural evil like fiend. He wants to be friends with her and talk to her. He's bored.
Oh my God.
So it's like, whoa! I just thought that was a really cute idea.
Lose my fucking mind.
It's like, can you give me my phone back, please, Mr. Creature, under my bed? But
I would lose my mind.
Yeah. All right. Do you ever want to get one published? Of course, that's every writer's dream, is to get one published.
Yes. That is my dream one day. My undergraduate degree is literally in publishing.
Really? Wow.
I'm a professional. God, you
are too smart for me. What are you doing on my stream?
I absolutely adore publishing. Up until like I could literally tomorrow decide I don't want to be a teacher anymore and start trying to get jobs in like publishing and like editing and things like that. Not that I would, because I don't want to, but like that is what my undergraduate degree is in. It's what my bachelor's is in. I adore publishing. I adore marketing. I want to be involved in every aspect of it. I especially want to get a book published one day. And that kind of is what led me to publishing as what I thought was going to be my career. Obviously now library science is, and I love that even more. But it's one of those things that I was just so passionate about and still am.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, one day I would love to. And actually, when I was in elementary school, so I was probably like 12, I had a psychic tell me that I would get a book published at 27. I am 23 now, so gotta get that shit started writing now so I can start finding an agent and stuff, because I want that book published at 27.
I love that. You know what you should try on your stream? You should do a book reading.
Oh my god, I would love to do like a storytelling thing.
Exactly,
I love telling stories.
Exactly. I'm not a good reader. I don't read well out loud because I got bullied a lot when I was younger. So now I have trouble when I read out loud. It makes me nervous. I actually sit here to sweat if I have to read stuff in game out loud.
I used to get really, really nervous about it as well. For my job, I literally have to read books out loud. I'm a librarian, so I have to. And I got over that pretty quickly. I used to be so scared because I also I was very shy, a very scared kid. Now as an adult, I have found that reading stories out loud is not as much fun as telling stories without it. So like on Twitch, if I could like set up my office to end up being like a storytelling thing, I would. Oh my god, that is an idea. I'm gonna do this at some point. I'm gonna do it.
I would be there every time you read it.
Oh my goodness. And it wouldn't be like my stories. I would like to do like folk tales and maybe my stories one day. But like folk tales, like the Taily Post story, I could tell it so well. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll do it before Wednesday because I have to do it in my class. Oh, I actually muted myself.
I was like,
I have to do it in my class on Wednesday. So maybe I'll do it on before Wednesday and like on stream tomorrow or the day after. I'll just tell the story. See what everyone thinks of it.
That would be really cool. I think that would be good. I mean, if you're gonna read to your kids and everything, and I mean, why not read to us too?
I would love to, because I love telling stories. Like storytelling is that is honestly, I feel like everyone who likes telling stories, I guess, kind of finds their way to tell stories. And for me, it's writing and telling them out loud. Those are the two ways that I like to do it, and those are like my creative outlets, sort of things. But there's so many other ways to tell stories. There's drawing, there's singing, there's music, there's there's just so many different ways to tell stories. I think for me, writing is what I choose to do, and also storytelling, like out loud. I think it's so much fun.
I knew there was something wrong with me when I was a kid, when I wanted to start writing, because my mom was a big writer. She wasn't able to work because she had arthritis really bad. So she was at home most of the time. And she had this old Underwood typewriter that she typed on. And I would sit underneath her desk, which was a pretty big desk. So I sat underneath with the dog. And I would sit there and listen to her type. And then I wanted to try it one day. And I started to write my own story. And I gave it to her. And she was so freaking proud. She was in tears. She's like, "Is this what did you do this?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, "Is it good?"
That's
She's
so
like,
cute.
"Yeah." Like,
oh
yay!
my goodness.
And ever since then, I just started writing all my ideas down because I was a really shy kid. Really shy kid. So, if you can imagine me being shy. But yes, I was super shy and I didn't like talking to anybody. So that was my outlet.
That's how I was as well when I was little. I like even up until I'd say college, I didn't really talk to people. Streaming has definitely helped me get out of my...
Right?
Oh my god, it helped so much. I literally had this thing where the only way I could describe it was I would have something I wanted to say, and it just, I would be paralyzed. I could not say it. Like that is just how I was all throughout my childhood and all the way up until college. I think it was just like my anxiety or something. I don't know, but like now as an adult, I say it maybe a little too quickly, but I'll just say it. Like it's not like I ever think anything offensive or anything, but I'm just like, yeah, I have poison ivy, and I'll like tell people about like the grueling details about poison ivy or whatever. But like now I say it. So when I was little, I was so shy. Writing was also kind of what I did as well, I think. And I think it's a good outlet for a lot of people. Yeah.
Then I went into retail, and then you have to talk to people. So that helped too, and then I have to keep talking to doctors all the time. So I lost it all. Now I don't talk to anybody. Now, if you say
Yeah,
hi
my
to me, it's like,
sister.
hi, you ready for my life story? Because you're about to
Yes.
get it.
My sister has a joke. So I got this from my mom, I think. My sister has a joke. She's always like, you make friends wherever you go. Because I'll just like talk. If someone is next to me, I will just be like, yeah, so like, here's everything you need to know about me. And they're like, oh, cool, here's everything you need to know about me. And then we just like start talking and it's great. So it's like, that's the kind of thing that I just do wherever I go. And so I think it's really fun because then you get to like meet so many amazing people. But like, that's something that I used to not be able to do. And like writing, Twitch, working, everything like that has helped me be able to actually be able to talk to people.
Right? It just helps out so much. It's like I used to be this little shy bean who would like order pizza. Now it's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'll be the one who talks to people. I don't care. It's fine. I'll ask for the check. That's fine. I just won't make a phone call.
Let me say this lady looks really pretty today. You know, it's like that's
exactly.
You know? Just randomly say, hey, your hair looks really nice, and they're like, oh, thank you. It's like, who's that weirdo?
Who the hell is that just asked that? But yeah, no, it's really nice. Like when looking back on that sort of thing, where you're like, yeah, when I was little, I used to be so shy, but now I can kind of pinpoint. Like, oh, I can take the bus without being scared. I can drive.
It's a little bit of victory.
Yeah, it's little victories like that. I think it's really important to think of those.
All right, we're at our last question. Are you ready? This is the off-the-wall question.
Oh, let's go.
What does your daily routine look like?
So I wake up. My alarm goes off anywhere between 5:30 and 6. I'll usually snooze it. Or I wake up about 3 or 4 times before that from my cat breathing on me because he wants to, as he does.
I love that.
Ignore him.
Cats
he does
that
a lot. It's fine.
Have you noticed they want to sit on your head or on your face when they're
He wants to sit on my chest and just be like, "Give me food." It's really cute. It's really cute, but annoying. And his breath smells like shit. It's fine. But he does that. He wakes me up and then I feed my cat and get ready for work. And I usually leave in about like half an hour to 45 minutes. I go to work and I teach my kids. And I teach about 6 classes a day. I love teaching so much. It makes me happy.
What
and
do you
then
teach them?
after work, so anything I want. I'm a librarian. I can do what I want.
Okay.
So what I've been doing is I've been teaching them because I'm new to a librarian role. I've been teaching them different types of books they can read. I'll tell them scary stories. I'll like introduce them to different ways of reading and different kinds of reading that they can do. And I basically am like, I want this to be a safe space for you, but don't be an asshole kind of thing.
Okay.
Like don't hit each other with shelf markers, as a lot of my 5th graders like to do. Because if you do that, you're done. You sit down. You don't get to check out a book today because you can't be safe. So that's usually what a lot of my day is. It's going back and forth between my teacher voice telling them to stop and then being like, oh, I hope you enjoyed the book that you just checked out, things like that. And then on Mondays and Tuesdays, I go home and I stream. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, I go straight to school and spend 3 hours in a class. I will get coffee there because I need it. And then I get home around 10.
That's a lot of coffee.
Oh, it's so much coffee. It's so much coffee. I need the there's a reason my entire stream is based on coffee. I need that coffee to survive.
Yeah, if I drink too much caffeine, my anxiety wigs out, and then my heart will start doing all the palpitations. It's like, nah, too much, too much. I want to live it.
I'm at the point where my body is just like, what? You want us to have more? Fine, just give it to us at this point, like whatever. Like my body is just so used to it. If I don't have it, it's like, huh? Are we missing something?
I feel like
we're not functioning right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what would you do if you knew you had a week off and you didn't have to do anything?
Are you asking me that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
If you had a full week off.
I would stream.
All week?
I would. I would stream. I would sleep. I would remember to take showers. I would have time to take showers. Like, literally, I couldn't go to class on Wednesday because I was so sick from the poison ivy that I had time to like take a long, relaxing shower, even though, I was in so much pain. Where I took the shower and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I had time to take a shower. What is happening? So like, yeah, I would take showers. I would cook food. I would clean the apartment. I would sleep. I would take so many. I would watch a bunch of Harry Potter movies because Matt and I have been slowly watching through the entire series.
I don't think I still
I
haven't
would
watched
I would
the last
read.
one.
I would maybe sit down and write. Oh my goodness, that's what I would do. That's what I would do a lot. I would not sit. I would take that time to do anything I wanted.
Because when I stopped working when I got sick, I had all of this free time and I had no idea what to do with it. You know, because I was used to getting up every day and going to work. When I first started getting sick, I was working at a call center. I did disputes for credit reports, so I got to 80 something calls a day.
Oh my God.
Disputing things on their reports, which they were not nice people either.
No.
So I went from that to doing nothing. But well, I mean, despite the fact of getting chemo injected into me. But besides that, I had nothing to do. I was like, what the hell am I going to do? So I first discovered Tumblr. And I started doing that. I started making GIFs and things like that. And then later I discovered Twitch, which was much better.
Yes. It gives you a little bit more structure, I think.
What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You know, you're just sitting here. So I started writing and arting and diamond painting and everything. It's like, you got to keep yourself busy or you lose your mind. Yeah. But when you're working, it's like that week is like, even if I don't do anything, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you have all of this time, like 8 years of time not to do anything, it's like, oh, what am I going to do today?
That's kind of how it was during my my 8 months unemployed. Like there was the pandemic, so I couldn't do anything. But I like started streaming again. I was sleeping more. I was like building my computer and like upgrading it and stuff, and like that was really fun for me. So I guess my question is why the hell do we have to work to live if I just want to play video games all day?
Right.
Like I love teaching, don't get me wrong, and I want to do it for the rest of my life, but I want to do it for the rest of life because it's my job. Like it's the job that I would like to do for the rest of my life. It's not like what I would actively choose to do for the rest of my life if I didn't have to have a job. I probably would just play video games and sleep all day. Like that sounds great.
Yeah, it's hard though. It gets hard on you after a while because you like run out of things to do and you're constantly.
You do. Yeah.
I spent days just watching YouTube. Seriously.
Oh my God!
The black hole of YouTube. What are they called? The oddly satisfying videos.
Oh my God! Those things. They've eaten up hours of my fucking life.
Why am I watching this person squeeze a water balloon or whatever?
I've been watching this for hours. What's happening?
It's like what is this evil sorcery that is YouTube? You get into it and then you're done. It's like man. Like for Nano, I refused to go anywhere near YouTube unless I was listening to music. Oh, I was gonna ask you. That's what I was gonna ask you. Is there a specific type of music you listen to when you're writing? Like, do you make a playlist specifically for that story, or do you just have an ambiance that you prefer?
That is a good question. It sort of goes back and forth depending on what I'm feeling. When I listen to music, I'll often like somehow just associate it with whatever story I'm writing. I'll find a way for it to like associate or to like create its own story idea or something like that. But that story kind of like becomes what I think about, and then I'll usually play that song and then it's like others that like I associate with the story, or just chill hop. I am obsessed with chill hop. It is so good. Like it is the like the foundation of everything I do. Like I use chill hop. I play chill hop when my kids are walking into the school. I play chill hop when I'm on my break at work, like eating my lunch and like shelving books. I use chill hop, and like no words in the background is so helpful. Like I just get so much more done.
Yeah, because when I did Nano, I made a specific list of all the things that would be similar to what I'm writing. And then I play that list on repeat, which drives people crazy because I will continuously listen to this list on loop until I'm done writing.
Yeah, I just listen to the same song.
It's not
on
the
repeat
same song.
Over and over.
It's just the same couple of tunes. And it's like an endless track of this music string, and it's
I could totally do that though. Like my brain loves
I can't hear anything outside of it. It's really scary.
Yeah, I'm one of those people where I'll like get fixated on something and I'll just be doing it. For example, if I'm writing an essay or writing a story, I'll just be writing and Matt will say something, and about 2 minutes later, I'll look up and be like, "Did you say something?" Or like, if he asked, "Hey, what do you want to do for dinner?" I'll be like typing for a minute, and then I'll look up and say, "Oh, we could get pizza or something." And like, it just, I do that as well, like where I don't hear anything for like a good minute.
Yeah, you like go deaf to everything but the music you're listening to. It's
I
like,
don't hear anything.
Yeah. Oh, there's also something else I was going to say about the people who constantly daydream. I read an article that those people are more susceptible to becoming serial killers and psychopaths.
But people who do what?
People who daydream and who are also okay with horror can become more susceptible to becoming psychopaths and serial killers.
Fuck. I daydream all the time. And oh no. I'm starting to get into horror. Does this mean I'm on the path to become a serial killer?
I like both. So maybe, I mean, normal, like horror movies don't bother me, but except The Conjuring. That really waked me out. But it's because I have a ghost living in my house. That's why it waked me out. But, yeah, it's like, I'm not a psychopath. I just like to daydream. That's how I write stories in my head. And then I put it down on paper. It's like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Writing in my head became like the biggest coping mechanism for my anxiety. Like, I used to have a lot of trouble falling asleep at night because I have really bad anxiety. And an old therapist I had was just like, "Well, what do you do when you're usually really anxious?" And I was like, "I write." And she goes, "Can you write in your head?" And I was like, "Oh, you're so smart." And now I just do that. And now I'm fine. I can, oh my God, it's great. Like, writing has become such a useful coping mechanism for everything in my life. And like, even when I don't have time to physically write, I have time to write in my head. And that is so valuable to me. Like, I have all these characters just living in my head. I love these characters. And it's so nice knowing that even if I don't have time to write them down, I can they still exist there.
You see, normal people wouldn't understand that, us having all of these weird characters in our head talking
like,
to us.
That's weird.
It's like you're bipolar or you have multiple personalities. Like, no. It's just my imagination.
Just my characters. They're just my characters. They live there.
I have to make them to being. You know, the process of creating a complete new personality and charisma and trauma and all of that. You have to really get in depth because you have to know that person when you're writing them.
Yeah. And I create those characters and they have so much in their character development that just never, like, the reader will never see and they'll never know because it doesn't matter to them, but it helps me with creating them to be accurate. Yeah.
Because you want to be consistent when you write somebody. You don't want to be lame. Exactly. It's like this person has blue eyes and later they have brown eyes. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy. My brain just went blank again. Oh my God, Cazie, I am so sorry.
You're fine. No, you're fine. No, you're good.
So are you going to start streaming horror games on your channel?
What was it?
Are you going to start streaming horror games on your channel?
Yes, I've been doing so because it's getting closer to Halloween, I'm so excited. I know this one's not a horror game. This one's it's one of my all-time favorite games. I've watched an entire playthrough of it. I would like to do an entire playthrough of it one day. Just sit down and play it all. It's called Oxenfree. You probably know it. Everyone knows it. It's a great indie game. I adore that game, and I really want to play After Party as well. I'm obsessed with this game. I love it so much. So I really want to stream that. Not really a horror game, but it's so fun. And then I want to play that one. I want to do Little Nightmares. Because I
have a love-hate relationship with that game.
It's so scary.
No, it's not that it's scary. I'm horrible at platformers.
They're really hard.
So
I get so
frustrated
die constantly
so easily. And then I get frustrated, and it's like,
yeah, me too.
That's it. My love for the game just goes right out the window. It's like when I played Dark Souls, I broke my controller. It's like, that's it. I'm done.
See, I don't think I could. I have actively avoided Dark Souls and will never play Dark Souls.
You don't, because you'll lose your mind.
I know, and I already have lost it. I don't need more of a reason to have to, like, oh God, no.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of really cute semi-horror games that you might like. I mean, do you like puzzlers at all?
Like what puzzlers?
Like little puzzlers in the game where you have to do this, and that to get to the next part. Because I think you would like Dark.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah,
DARQ, I think. And,
yeah. Someone has recommended that to me. It might have been you.
It's a little Tim Burton. It has a Tim Burton kind of feel to it.
Oh, I love
it's really
that.
cute. It's really cute.
Have you played? Oh, let me see if I can find it. What Remains of Edith Finch?
No, I have not.
Okay, that one is also really good. It's not really a horror. There's like a little tiny part that's like horror, air quotes around that. It's so good. That one is really intense, but so good.
I've been discovering that some games I've been playing have been giving me motion sickness. Like our Resident Evil Village has, and there was one game and I was trying to play The Suicide of Rachel Foster. I also got really bad motion sick from that. So it's like, what is this now? I've never had this problem before. But now
I always have to turn off like the view bobbing off. I have to turn it off on Minecraft or I get motion sick, so I get that.
It's like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? But I have to be very careful of what games I pick now.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise I get the feeling, and I don't like that.
Yep. Everyone, whenever I make that noise constantly, like as a joke and stuff. Every time I make that noise, people are like, "That is the most disgusting sound you've ever made." And I'm always like, I do it all the time.
I do that all the time.
Yep.
But if you ever
I recommend What Remains of Edith Finch so much. What's up?
If you ever need scary game suggestions, just ask
me. All the time.
Because I have an entire list of them.
All the time. All the time.
Okay, I guess that's the end of my questions.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Yeah. Because this was 2 hours later almost.
2 hours later,
I warned you. I can talk about myself for hours.
But I just want to thank you. You made this very comfortable and casual.
Oh, I'm glad. This was really fun. I really do like talking about this sort of thing, like writing and video games and stuff. And also, you're amazing, and your energy is just very easy to just vibe with, so it's great.
Well, see, I want everybody else to love you guys as much as I do. So I want to show the world what great people I watch. And
you're too nice.
But it's like, do you not even know these people exist? Chat, pay attention. So I'm like forcing them on people now because it's like, go follow this person. They don't go follow them. Fine, I'll interview them so you can see how beautiful they are. But yeah, there's so many diamonds in the rough on Twitch that people don't know about. Minus
there are so many great people on Twitch.
Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of assholes. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the nice people are hidden there that you have to bring them out and say, please go follow them because they deserve it. They deserve all of the notes because they are amazing people. They're doing great things. Like you teach children.
It's bad, okay? It is rough. Teaching is hard. Teaching kids is the worst.
And you have this great community. You're open, and you have good values. And everybody should follow you because you're amazing. I'm just saying.
Shucks. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I try.
But it's hard sometimes,
but I try.
For coming to visit me and hang out with me on Saturday. I know
this was so fun. Yeah, I'm going to IKEA after this, so I'm excited.
I'm going to a fall street fair.
Oh, that's even better. I'm jealous now. That sounds way better.
Right
oh my
god!
From
where I live, we're gonna have.
I'll go there too. I'll go to a fall street fair. That sounds more fun.
I'm gonna go and post a lot of pictures everywhere, so everybody can
do it. I want to see all the pictures.
But I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank you so much, Cazie, for coming and visiting with me.
Thank you.
And if you guys don't follow Cazie, I'm gonna yell at you until you do.
I won't. It's fine. You don't have to follow me.
But there's her link there if you want to go and follow her. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and listening along to all of our rambling and bubbling and swearing and talking about writing because that's what we do. But Cazie will be streaming tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
And you can go and see her then and check her out and see what she's all about. You can hang on here with me while I end, or you can sign off if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll stick around here just for a minute or two.
Okay. All right. So guys, we're gonna find somebody to pass you off on. I will be back on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 2 Marvin's mod. I found a mod for Resident Evil 2 from Marvin's point of view. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday, and the 30th I will be doing another podcast called The Evil Cast, where we're gonna be bantering about Resident Evil for 2 hours with Queen 17KB and Shotgun Jen. See, I can't get enough of these podcasts. See what I mean? But all right, I love all of you guys. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid. Okay. Here, let me put you on mute for a minute there, Cazie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see who we can raid today. Let's raid. We're gonna raid various drones because Drones is one of my favorite people, and I'm going to make you listen to him because he's great. There he is. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Go back. There we go. All right, we're gonna go raid Drones because he's playing Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill 2 is a jam.